Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I made a note earlier to start filming and completely spaced it and started to do some work, but this is another project that I'm working on. This is going to be a business car that I'm converting from a Pullman Standard Troop Sleeper. The reason for that is I've got these in a couple of a Troop Sleeper and a kitchen car in nscale, and I thought that this would be a good idea to do it in HO as well. The story with my railroad is it services an old Navy dump that's gone commercial, and my story is that it was doing the switching for the Navy as well. And I figured that they just got some of these from surplus at some point and decided to keep using them for their purposes. And this one I'm going to convert into a hybrid business car and whatever, passenger car or whatever you want to call it. My thought is that this side or this side, I mean, they're both interchangeable, but I'll probably cut out both, at least this entire bench, maybe half of this bench, leave, this one facing over this way in there. But then I'll 3D print and wall this off and have it be a cubicle, put a desk in there and some chairs. We'll leave this bench as like visitor seating. I think that would be kind of neat. But then I also have two more of these AC units that I'll put one for the cubicle up on the roof and then one for the passenger side just to kind of modernize it. But I'm in the middle of getting the grab irons put on, so I'm going to keep working on that and be back when I get some more done. This will get painted up in the Clearfield Western colors and decaled, just like I did with the nscale ones to match. So that way there's kind of continuity between the nscale and the HO scale stuff. So we'll be back when I get some more work done on this. Here's some more work done on the troop transport business car, whatever you want to call it. I got all of the grab irons in on the sides, the ends, and I also decided that I would just put the AC units on right now. That way they'll get painted the way they need to be. I did also put some super glue along the edges that was touching. That way it kind of resembled a little bit of like they've put some either silicone or welded it on there. Some kind of material that's there that kind of protects the joint. So yeah, I mean I've done it before and I think it looked cool, so I decided to just try it again. Yes, it does hang over the spot a little bit, but the way I view it is they just made sure to mount it underneath and it should be fine. And I put them on those spots because it was pretty much the kind of the center of where everything was at, or just slightly off center. But I felt it would work better in the long run, especially just to kind of keep it symmetrical, but also for whichever side I do make to the office area or the cubicle, whatever, that it didn't matter how I put the roof on. And that way, if I'm not paying attention, it doesn't really hurt. So that is where we're at. I think I'm going to try and get some of this painted before it gets too much later. But yeah, actually I will, because the weather's pretty good out for the end of February, 1st of March. But so anyway, that's where we're at, and we'll be back when I get some more done. Have some more work done with the troop car turned hybrid business car. And at the same time, I'd had this caboose torn apart, ready to be painted, but I had set it aside with other projects that I was doing, and I wasn't going to be painting again. So I ended up painting that. For this one, I will go back in and just carefully, probably just hold right there, and then just spray on the inside to get the rest of that red hidden. I'm not going to do anything else with this. I feel that, or with that body back onto this, you're not going to see in there. So just figured I'd show that since it was here. I did also go in and design the office area. There are supports in there, but I need to change this just a little bit more. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to be using this one. So what I found out was, one, I have the door way too big. I need to shrink it down a bit more. I kind of went just from the top of that down, and so that's why it's that big. But when you look at this, because that's going to sit about right there, and then compare it to, I don't know if I can do this. Let's try. Is that the? Yeah, that's the right side. Or kind of the right side anyway. It works out for this. Oh, I guess, well, that doesn't seem right. We'll do this. Since, why not? It's right here. Oh, that's why it's off. Or that's why I was off. So anyway, that kind of sits like that. And then if you put that in and line it up, this window is just kind of halfway in between. And so what I'm going to do is, I have two options. One, I can shrink this back in so that it lines up with the back of this chair, but I want to just take these two entirely out. So I'll probably end up just coming out with this another couple of millimeters so that it's on the side of this door. Yeah, it will be a little weird because the door does swing in by the looks of it, but I think it'll be okay because it just needs to go just to the other side of the window. But then that way everything is in pretty good light with the natural lighting of there. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, is just sliding this out another probably 4 or 5 millimeters. But anyway, I'm happy with how that turned out, the office area. Anyway, so that is the update to that. Come on. Oh, you're not going to come out nicely. There we go. So anyway, we'll get working on this. I am doing some other projects, of course, in between things. Kind of have to let, like the paint dry or, that print out. So anyway, that is the current update with it, and we'll be back when I get some more. I have been working on the business car and have things pretty much done with the interior, as you can see by having it screwed back into it. And I'm really happy with how the office turned out. I think it looks pretty good in there. So that's just about ready to get buttoned up and everything. The one thing that I've got a problem with and need to try and figure out is once I weigh or I put everything on the scale that I had, and I need about an ounce or a quarter ounce more of weight, and I just don't know exactly the best way to hide it. I mean, in theory, it'd be nice just to put it there and button it up, and maybe I just end up doing that and painting it to try and mask it, but the windows are there. The other thing that I could do is find some weight to put into. If it'll stop moving. I think it's this corner and this corner, as it's sealed off with the wall. You can't see it, so or it actually it's this one. It's the bigger one because the wall is there, or this piece is there. So I'm thinking and trying to find some stuff that might fit in there and be half or a quarter of an ounce to get it up to snuff with the weight. So I'm going to try and find something, and we'll be back once I get more done with this to a point that it can get buttoned up further. All right, I have finished up this business car. I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is comparing it to the nscale one that I'd done. Got the interior in, got it glued on, got it screwed in. I did end up having to add just a little bit of weight, and I went with some fishing sinkers so that I could in turn hide them and keep them hidden because there's walls there. There is a downside to this in that when I was taking it apart, some of the tabs broke off, and I put some glue on, started to put one of the sides on, and found out it was the wrong side, and I must have flipped it back around and went and put it on wrong again. The only thing that is caught or that caused an issue with that is I just had to cut some pegs off and just put up and add a little bit more glue. So anyway, this is not going anywhere. The sides, I'm not going to be opening it up again or doing anything like that. I do need to get a resistor put onto the one or two of the axles, but that can happen later. Wanted to film it without the roof, mainly because once I put it on, it's not coming off, because it was just a pain in the rear to get it done and off in the beginning or in the first place. But there's how it kind of will look. I like how the desk and that looks in there as well, how it matches up with the windows so that natural light would be coming in. I did have a thought of putting lights in it, but there really isn't any way to really put them in there to be any kind of inconspicuous or get it to feed from the track, and I'm just not going to deal with it. I think it looks good how it is. So this is one project done. Can't remember how much I filmed with it, but really appreciative of everybody that's watched and supported it. And we'll get it running at some point somewhere. And I hope to get some more cars done that I've got lined up, ready to get decals on. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see everybody in the next video.